So, Blizzard. So, when a new expansion comes out or a patch comes out, there's always some kind of wonky crap that happens that they got to go in and fix. Um, but Blizzard sometimes has a tendency to, you know, not vocally acknowledge it. No coming out and saying, "Hey guys, we know we let you know we know what's going on and we're working on it." No. Sometimes weeks or months will go by and then they'll finally have a post that acknowledges it. But here, Blizzard offers minimal recovery to WoW players whose guild banks emptied by recent update. Imagine going to your guild bank one day and everything's there. Waking up, going in there the next morning, everything's gone. You're about to raid. You're like, "Oh, let me, time to make some elixirs and potions." And you go to get the mats that you need and nothing's there. After a recent update resulted in a number of guild banks having their inventories completely emptied, unlucky players are finding themselves left out to dry by Blizzard's recovery efforts, because they don't care. The story begins August 13th with the launch of patch 11.0.2, ahead of the game's prepare for as the game prepares for the game's War Within expansion. Shortly thereafter, however, players began to notice their guild banks were missing a large number of items. As reported by IGN, while this issue didn't affect all players and guilds, hundreds of players found themselves on the receiving end of said misfortune. As per player run surveys, meaning many more have been unreported, the number of items missing range from half the bank to its entirety. Those banks can hold up to 784 item slots, along with money, and the efforts of players over several years. Yeah, guild banks, you have huge amount, and then you have different tabs, and it's a huge amount. And to just go in there and like half of it's gone. To make matters worse, as in-game logs didn't record any items being taken out, players who weren't making their own records of what it was in the bank were struggling to remember exactly what was missing. This in turn could have made the submissions of damage claims to Blizzard Entertainment even harder, especially the guild bank held something extremely hard to get. Reportedly, Blizzard Entertainment didn't make any statements at first, leaving players to run the aforementioned surveys of the damage on their own. Then, over 5 weeks a month after the disaster, September 20th saw community manager Linksy finally issue a statement on the official WoW forums. After a week, about a week after we launched patch 11.0.2 in August, we began receiving reports of an issue where some players were discovering items missing from their guild banks. As we investigated over the next couple of days, we found the culprit, the technical update that was made to support cross-realm guilds. An unexpected bug caused one of our maintenance processes to make some they say some items disappear. They're acting like it was just like some kind of magic trick. It's like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna, see, it was here the whole time." Doesn't work like that. Many of these items were related to profession mats from prior expansions, but it was possible for those players to lose items from their guild banks as well. Linksy then said that for the last few weeks, we've been packing up the missing items that we're able to identify as lost by the process, and we will soon mail those to the guild leader character for each affected guild before hitting players with a reveal of a major issue. Due to how some of the data was lost, we've reached a point where the result will be an incomplete restoration for some guilds, and we do not have a way to restore the remaining missing items for them. We apologize for that and for the long wait here. We really appreciate your patience as we work through this difficult issue. However, since late September, players have begun to realize how little is being returned, and subsequently sharing their findings on social media, particularly the r/wow subreddit. Some people lost 773 stacks of items, leaving just 11, while others showed surviving items remained in the exact same slot inventory slot in the guild bank. One one player only recovered their decorative Halloween jack-o'-lanterns, while another claimed that he to have lost everything, showing only their logs to prove what they had. This prompted others to wonder why Blizzard couldn't use those logs as evidence of what was missing. One player shared how he had lost all their items for 13. Wow, from 13 years of playing. Yeah, and what's really bad? People have like really rare items, like maybe weapons you can't get anymore, like a certain legendary guardian staff, or maybe a certain corrupted Ashbringer. Yeah, imagine having that, and then suddenly it disappears, and they're like, "Sorry, there's nothing we can do." That would suck. That really, really sucks. Um, Playing while lamenting, support said there is nothing they can do about it aside from making noise. Please don't forget they wiped many guilds out. Yeah, again, imagine you go through what you need to, and you have like, you do the original Nax, and you get corrupted Ashbringer, which you can't obtain anymore. You put in your bank, boom, gone, gone. So it's not just affecting guild banks, but it was affecting banks as well, like players. That's an alleged support email shared as proof of to his claims. A Blizzard employee supposedly wrote, "Hello, Game Master Redacted here. Thanks for contacting us. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do because we don't care. Apologies for taking a bit longer than normal to respond. I completely understand the frustration on this matter and the fact that you are disappointed. A forum post explaining the investigation into this issue and the outcome has been posted." I remember when Game Masters actually used to be helpful. Now it's just kind of like, you know, automated bull crap. Please refer to our online source. It's just like back in the day, you were able to call them, like actually on your phone, call them, for game help. Nope, nope. It just everything just refers you to the forums now. The game master then told the player, "Please make sure that you post your feedback in there. We 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 as support will be unable to provide any kind of restoration on this matter, and creating a ticket about this will not resolve the issue for you. We will also be unable to escalate a request like this internally. We will additionally be unable to accept any kind of screenshot or list as evidence of missing items." I appreciate that this may be maybe a disappointing outcome. Regrettably, there are limitations in what can be provided back due to the lack of logs. Thanks for understanding. Take care. My guild of 13 years lost every item and not a single one was restored. Support said there's nothing they can do about it aside from making noise. There's more people. Yeah, that's pathetic. That's pathetic. So like guild banks were just gone. Like I said, imagine if it had affected you know, other banks, like player banks, like just regular banks, where you keep all your other stuff. Having, legendary items and rare items. I mean, that none of this should ever happen. I mean, I don't know how we're at a stage in this game where stuff like this still happens and why they don't have a backup. Why it's up to the players to provide backup and a list and all that. I mean, if they're able to restore accounts that have been deleted and characters that have been deleted, surely this is no problem. Apparently it is. Apparently it is. So, as a person who plays WoW, I don't sit here and defend everything Blizzard does because they shouldn't be. They make a lot of stupid freaking choices. Between this to changing body types to A and B, to changing pictures of beautiful women in game to bowls of fruit. They constantly do shit with the terrible writing and just bland characters, and so they do plenty. So it's not like we're gonna be sitting here and like, oh my god, how can Blizzard does nothing? No, Blizzard does plenty wrong. They do plenty wrong. But how is it 2024 and they don't have any kind of prevention? Do they not have the foresight to think, oh gee, maybe something like this might happen? Maybe we should have certain things in to where it doesn't happen. Come on, Blizzard. You're a multi-million-dollar company. Surely you have the assets and the ability to do something. But let me know if you were one of those people who went on and found their guild bank just completely barren. Completely barren. Let me know. And did you manage to get your stuff back? But anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.